bench.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones.
Well, it may be time for Angel Reese to consider taking up a different game.
Look, Angel Reese just created the ultimate blooper reel with her home opener. Missing each and every appeared as though the rim had abruptly turned into a black hole. Layups, more accurately lay-no-ups, as though the basket deliberately ignored her. Was mystical anti-angel dust sprinkled by the Liberty team? Or did she fail to remember that she was meant to score? This meltdown was legendary in addition to being embarrassing. Hold on tight, because we're going to reveal the most astounding facepalm walkie performance you never knew you wanted to witness.
Back in action against the New York Liberty, and what did she do last year? When it came to the double-doubles, she broke records. Angel Reese picking up right where she left off, breaking more WNBA records, but unfortunately for Sky fans, it came in the form of a loss, 99-74. The Chicago Sky, you're seeing that right, 9 points in the second quarter.
The home opener for Angel Reese was spectacular. Do you know how viewers of the WNBA anticipate exciting, elite basketball? Yes. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal baller with jaw-dropping movements, which is why some people watch her. Angel Reese comes next. Since it's the simplest humor in the league, people watch her footage as if they were sitcom reruns. Miss all of the shots? Verify. Layups resembling those shown in blooper reels? Verify again.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
Let's get down to business. Angel had all four of his comrades exposed. For imagine opting to crash headfirst into a brick wall rather than an open freeway. Is the ball being passed? That's too mainstream, no. It seemed as though the ball was stuck to her palms like it owed her money. Angel, there's some news. Basketball is not a one-woman show. It's a team sport. To get your teammates engaged and possibly score some points, try passing occasionally.
But then I came across the clip, and you see some more, and then you see some, and then you see again, and it's oh my goodness, this is just as bad as that play-by-play says. But
there's more though. She had the gall to pretend as though she was entitled to a larger salary following this stunning exhibition of shooting difficulties and dubious decision-making. Greater income. After this performance, girl, you ought to be giving your teammates cash. I'm merely stating. She would be the CEO if failing to pass and missing every shot were a career. This is the same athlete who vowed to quit if she didn't receive the compensation she believed she was due. Here's an idea, though. Why don't you make that money first?
That was happening. Something, as the kids would say, diabolical was taking place last night. And it was Angel Reese setting women's basketball back 30,000 years.
I genuinely believed that this performance could not possibly look worse than the one from the previous season. However, Angel disproved me, and not in a positive way. Even the Liberty supporters began to feel sorry for her because of how poorly she was shooting. To add some extra excitement for the audience, I half expected her to trip over the baseline. Although there was no tripping, the shame was more than sufficient. Spoiler alert.
if a team scores less points than the amount of fingers you have, that is a serious issue. But Tyler Marsh, salute to you. Salute to you. You are going to ride out with this Angel Reese point forward nonsense. I most thoroughly appreciate your contribution to the WNBA.
Compare this to Caitlin Clark now. Every dribble, every move, and every shot exudes excitement, which is why people watch Caitlin. She resembles a human highlight reel. Angel is like that damaged present that keeps experiencing the same failure. Watch Caitlin if you want to see jaw-dropping basketball. You should watch Angel's highlights if you wish to laugh and reflect on your life decisions. Let's not act like this was merely a horrible night either. In addition to being a poor season, this team also had a poor attitude. Everyone would have avoided the secondhand humiliation if she had been seated for the remainder of the game. To be honest, the coach should get some credit for not setting off the fire alarm and leaving the arena sooner. What is the lesson, then? Angel Reese should think about pursuing a profession in slapstick humor or start sharing the ball. Because she's competing with the greatest players in one category of the WNBA at this rate. She made such poor layups that it appeared she was attempting to sweat a fly rather than score. Verify again. I suppose this avant-garde performance art piece was successful. It was just embarrassing otherwise.
She went 4 of 12 from 3 feet or less from the basket. She shot 33% on fucking layups. Stop, people. They're not in the same league.
Let's discuss passing, or the conspicuous absence of it. It's like watching someone who has just learned the value of sharing but is completely uninterested in it when you see Angel with the ball. Despite having 4 teammates open, she continued to hold onto the ball as if it were a precious relic that she had vowed to preserve. Angel pretended that she was trying out for a solo act in a game where ball movement and space are meant to be crucial, even though the world sorely needs a team performance. She seemed to believe that passing was a betrayal of some sort, as if the universe could collapse if she revealed the secret. The fans did notice, if you will, there were no cheers in the arena. It was characterized by uncomfortable quiet and individuals frantically swiping through their phones to avoid looking at each other. For example, how can you encourage someone who is unable to make a layup during a home opener? You don't. All you can do is hope the game ends soon so it doesn't become a viral highlight reel for the wrong reasons.
But I'm going to show you this video because if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to absolutely fall out of your chair laughing. I know what I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this the curse of Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sports El Presidente. He went on a rant about that Ryan Clark stuff, and he said all he had to say about Angel Reese and Ryan Clark and that whole mess. And I will say this, his rant cursed Angel Reese because she proceeded to have the absolute worst game of her life.
Now, Angel's request for further funding is the portion that truly stands out. Let's take a moment to picture that. Requesting a raise following a performance that resembles a slow-motion train accident. That's brave. You either respect that kind of confidence or you ran about it nonstop on all social media sites. Spoiler alert, the roast was selected by social media. Keep in mind that this is the same Angel Reese who vowed to quit the league if she didn't receive the salary she believes she is due. This raises the question of what precisely she is paying for, because she might owe the league money for harming their reputation based on this game. She undoubtedly owes supporters a better performance and some respect for her colleagues. To be sure, performance screams, but money talks. Caitlin is the owner of the game, not just a player. It's like seeing a chess genius who is constantly 3 moves ahead when you watch her. She scores, dribbles, and passes, and the audience follows every move as if it were the most recent installment of the most captivating television program. Her basketball IQ is quite high, and the referees most likely despise her since she is more knowledgeable.
Not this year, but next year. Because the ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they're going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us.
No, they are. They are. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want.
Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits. All right, so Angel Reese says this. Rob, if you want to play this, you know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met.
Every time Caitlin Clark on the floor, she exudes precision, energy, and sheer basketball brilliance, which is why people watch her. She is a must-watch on television. Not nearly the same story, Angel Reese. When most people have run out of shows to binge-watch, they most likely turn on her games. Let's face it, people watch Angel Reese for the bloopers, the craziness, and those jaw-dropping, Is this real life? Moments rather than the highlights. There are times when watching professional basketball feels more like reality TV. Comparing them is nearly unfair. But here we are. While one is a budding star, the other serves as a warning about squandering potential in a crowded arena. Fans aren't the only ones who notice. Coworkers also take note. It is detrimental to the team's record as well as morale when a player acts as though the rules don't apply to her, refuses to pass, and misses every shot. 4 wide-open teammates were disregarded. It's the quickest way to gain friends or foes. It makes sense that the coach would have spared everyone the embarrassment by benching her following the first quarter. However, it seems that Angel's absence was as unpopular as a mosquito at a picnic. The fact that Angel had the opportunity to turn things around on that court but choose to continue making poor choices only serves to highlight how absurd the entire situation is. She played like a lone wolf, a very, very awkward lone wolf, in a league where teamwork ought to be paramount. She showed little interest in giving others opportunity and handled the ball like it—
Look, we gotta be honest about Angel Reese here. We've gotta be honest. She can't score layups. That's a fact. That's a fact, and we need to question, because I'm not even gonna say I got gaslit. Like, I made so many videos about Angel Reese's trainer saying she needs a new trainer. Angel Reese needs a new trainer.
Her choice of shots was also perplexing. You would think she might try something different after missing all of her shots. Try a free throw, drive to the hoop, or pass the ball. Not at all. Like she was erecting a fortress of failure, she continued to throw bricks. She seemed to be trying to break the previous record for the most misses in a single game. Angel, congratulations. You are making good progress. All of this follows a season in which she was already struggling. She made every effort to appear worse than she had the year before. She's not simply going back in time. Everyone is watching in shock as she free falls into a basketball chasm. You would anticipate some self-awareness and humility. Instead, we receive unreasonable demands, threats, and performances. The WNBA is not merely observing this development. They're in a panic, because there is more than one awful game in Angel Reese. She is turning into a representation of all the issues in the league: selfishness, immaturity, and utter lack of responsibility. It's a recipe for disaster that could ruin the league standing at a time when Caitlin Clark and others are working to improve it.
The Angela Reese versus Caitlin Clark thing, to all the black people out here trying to make it a racial issue, y'all delusional. Angela Reese is garbage. Pure garbage. In terms of a skill set, her versus Caitlin, she's garbage. She plays like a toddler. There's no finesse, no smoothness, no beauty, no poetry, no skill set to her game at all. She's garbage. Stop being delusional.
Additionally, the referees are the unspoken problem. Are they disregarding Angel's actions? Because she is famous, are they allowing her to get away with murder in court? Or do they find her choices equally perplexing? It's difficult to say given the previous scandals surrounding biased officiating, but one thing is certain. You had better be at your best every night if you're going to ask for more money. Not only to the drama, either. Angel's cold streak and her inability to pass the ball weren't merely bad decisions. Her side lost the game as a result of these tactical errors. It's similar to observing someone attempt to drive while applying the emergency brake and wondering why they are unable to go. Fans become disinterested, team cohesion deteriorates, and the league's reputation is damaged. Nevertheless, Angel's attitude is unfazed by all of this. Threats to leave and demands for more money are clear signs of entitlement. In a basketball jersey, there's a paradox. Do you want more money? Fantastic. Next, demonstrate your deservingness. Maybe keep things going and quit using your teammates as props in your own little drama till then. In the meantime, Caitlin Clark continues to appear, dazzle fans, and elevate basketball to its rightful position as the beautiful game. Because you never know what masterpiece she will produce next. She is the type of player that captivates you and makes you want to watch every second. Some people choose to wear their comedy hats rather than their basketball shirts because of Angel Reese.
Reese needs to be better at basketball. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm not talking about as a podcaster. I'm not talking about at the Met Gala. She needs to be a better player if we want this rivalry to be able to have some staying power. She had a very, very busy offseason, but at this moment, it does not seem like the offseason involved a lot of mic-in drills of left-handed layups. Right now, Angel Reese, she is a wildly famous.
This goes beyond a single poor performance or a terrible night for one player. It concerns what occurs when skill, attitude, and entitlement without responsibility come together. The league must examine itself critically and determine whether this is the benchmark they wish to establish. Because the WNBA may be in for a long, difficult season if Angel Reese is the face of WNBA stardom. What is the answer, then? Angel must first take a seat and acknowledge that basketball is a team sport, that ineffective solo performances aren't drawing in the audience, that her desired salaries are earned through performances deserving of praise rather than moans. The league should establish more precise guidelines, enforce rules, and perhaps think about who they are awarding large contracts to. Because the WNBA will continue to lose credibility more quickly than a shot clock violation as long as Angel Reese continues to miss shots, refuse to pass, and demand more money. Every day, the difference between her and Caitlin Clark serves as a reminder that skill is insufficient. Consistency, teamwork, and attitude are very important. The fans will continue to watch till Angel discovers it. Some for the game itself, while others are drawn to Angel Reese's embarrassing performance. To be honest, both provide excellent amusement.